cool. Straight.
Okay, no problem. Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. And our video today is on the Atlanta Falcons season preview, training camp preview. And our Falcons going to be their team in the NFC South. So if you like the video, please come in and share it. And I'd like to give special thanks and love and honor to my producer today, Mr. Logan Landers, for making it happen. And joining us throughout the season, he's a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan. We know him as the offensive coordinator. He knows all about offensive football. He played at Morrill High School and won a state championship. He was teammates with Andre Hastings and Barry Brown. And the gentleman, as you look on the screen, he's a nice-looking guy. He wear the clothes. We call him Mr. Cornel Hardy. If you like the video, please come in and share it. Offensive coordinator, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm blessed. How about yourself, man? Great to be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry about the inconvenience the last couple of weeks, but I know our fan base love to have you back. You're looking good. So the Falcons played their first preseason game last week. I'm going to get right to it.
Yeah.
Your opinions of Michael Penix Jr.?
Well, you know what? I'm very excited to see Michael Penix out there performing on the football field. It was great. He was 9 for 16 for 56 yards. He was 9 for 16 for 104 yards. And his quarterback rating was 56.3. But, hey, it's the preseason. You know, like Aaron Rodgers said, hey, preseason ain't real football. So, basically, just to see him out there, man, they gave us hope as a fan. They gave us promise that, as far as for the future for the Atlanta Falcon franchise, we got our quarterback. He's still going to continue to get better.
Overall, your grade for the offensive performance. Let's talk about the offensive side of the ball. Who stuck out to you that you think is going to be a contributor this season?
Like I said, right now, unfortunately, I've seen a lot of promises. I see a lot of promise at running back, even though we do have Bijan Robinson at the running back position. Avery Williams, he looked pretty good. As well as from the wide receiver standpoint.
What about Casey Washington, the rookie out of Illinois? So
right, Casey Washington. Chris Blair a little bit, but I like Casey Washington as well. However, I think all eyes on the offense was on Michael Penix to see how he was performing. One thing about Michael Penix, I consider it like Michael Jackson say PYT, pretty young thing. As far as my equation to Michael Penix, I like to say a different analogy with Michael Penix. He was poised. He's young. He's 24 years old, but he trusts his arm, and that comes from the process of being in Indiana. When he was more of a scrambling quarterback, the surgeries, the injuries that he's had, he realized that, hey, I need to trust my arm more than trying to scramble, trying to make things happen. And we have seen that in the history of the NFL with, let's think about one person, Randall Cunningham when the Philadelphia Eagles. When he broke their leg the first time, he said, I'm coming back again. I'm going to trust my legs. And then he broke it again and said, wait a minute, maybe if I sit in the pocket and use my arm and use my cannon, maybe I have more success. We know what he did in Minnesota. So I feel that Michael Penix at an early age to be able, with his arm, trusting his arm and trusting the progression and stuff, I think that Michael Penix was all eyes on here. And as a Falcon fan, I feel confident. But at the same time, do we have to wait till 2026, 2027 to see him? I don't think so.
Now you come back to another major question I have here today on 100 Yards Football. Do you play Kirk Cousins in these next 2 preseason games? Do you give him any reps?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Like I said, going back to what Aaron Rodgers said, preseason is not real football. Kirk Cousins has been going for a whole entire year. Yeah, maybe we need to get a couple of reps in the last game of the preseason. But at the same time, we don't want to take that risk as far as the injury with Kirk Cousins. We do want to get a rhythm. Kirk Cousins has to get a rhythm. You cannot get a rhythm at practice. You have to get a rhythm on the field in game time situations with your starting lineup. And so basically, yeah, I think maybe the last game, maybe keep him in the first quarter, maybe a little bit of half of the second quarter to see if he's ready to go, and then go ahead and continue to go that way. Because we don't want to get him injured in the preseason.
Mr. Logan Landers,
Yes, sir.
questions. Another diehard Atlanta Falcons fan.
Yes, sir. Cornell, I got two for you. First off is what was the impact on this Falcons team, both on offense and defense, going to be? It's only been a couple of weeks, but we've already lost two players, that being Rondale Moore as your wide receiver who they got in a trade with the Cardinals this past offseason, and then their draft pick in the third round of Braylon Trice. Both those gentlemen are going to be out for, it looks like, their whole year. What impact do you think that's going to make on this team?
I really don't think it's going to be an impact, but at the same time, I really don't think it's going to be a key factor because like one thing about Raheem Morris, he knows how to coach up. And one thing having a coach that knows how to coach up, he's going to have his players ready. It don't matter whether you're second string, third string, or whether he's just somebody that we just picked you up during free agency or somebody that we evaluated during the preseason. He's going to have some players. You got to think about it. He was with the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm pretty sure there are some players over there with the Los Angeles Rams that probably have got let go or probably about to be let go that he probably already done developed, already done trained. That he can probably say, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull this guy since y'all don't want him. I'm gonna go ahead and pull him. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, another man's trash is another man's treasure. So he got some resources over there with the Rams organization, also with other players, also with other teams that he can bring into the organization. So I think that it's not gonna be an impact, but I would like to say something, that is a concern to me. My concern is with the wide receiver core that we got. Yeah, we got Drake London. Yeah, we got Darnell Mooney. Yeah, we got Ray McCloud. But at the same time, do we have leadership? Back in the day, when Terry Robisky was the wide receiver coach, he had Roddy Wright. He had Julio Jones. At the same time, Roddy Wright, when Julio Jones came into the league, Terry Robisky developed Julio Jones. And also, Roddy Wright did not have no jealousy or whatsoever. He helped develop Julio Jones. So at the same time, the Atlanta Falcons do not have a senior leadership person there. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to campaign. I'm campaigning. Julio Jones is 36 years old. We know they say he's watered down. He washed down. Yeah, he played 11 games with the Philadelphia Eagles last year. He had 74 yards, but he had three TDs, and they was in the red zone. Now, also think about it too. Julio Jones' career is 914 receptions, 13,703 yards, 66 TDs. That type of person on your team that some of these wide receivers probably look up to when they was young, as far as a leader, he don't have to be out there all the time. But as far as guidance and leadership on the team, we have to have that with a wide receiver core. If you look at the core that we got, the Falcons have right now, we do not have a leader to pretty much give them wisdom and give them high guidance. Say, hey, the route that you ran right here, maybe if you did it this way, maybe if you adjust that way, give them some pointers and help these wide receivers to get developed and go to the next level. Now there's somebody else too. I hate to interrupt the question that you had, but there's somebody else too. Michael Thomas, that was with the Saints. He's 31 years old. He had 565 receptions, 6,569 total yards, and he has 36 TDs. These two guys are free agents. So you mean to tell me after the preseason or during the preseason with these injuries that the Atlanta Falcons have? Also, let's think about it. Michael Thomas got drafted when Fontenot was there for the Saints. That could be a possibility. Like we have a veteran leader on the wide receiving core that can help us win, but also develop our players. Because we still looking towards the future. We want to win now, but we're still looking towards the future. But the advantage I said as far as Julio Jones is, Julio Jones was at Tennessee. And when he was at Tennessee, he ran a certain same type of Shanahan version of the offense. So basically, Julio Jones can probably grasp this offense a little bit quicker than maybe a Michael Thomas. Because Michael Thomas did not come from that Shanahan system. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Those aren't some bad suggestions at all. And my final question is, what do you think the keys to victory are this upcoming Friday when they take on the Baltimore Ravens at noon? What do you think about that team? Obviously, we know that they are going to be looking good in the regular season. We know preseason they're not going to strut out all of their stars, but how do you think Atlanta can get back to 500 in the preseason against them this Friday?
The key thing with Atlanta getting back to 500 is execution. Execution on the plays. Like we always know, as a coach, you can tell the players what to do, but the thing is they have to execute it on the football field. So the main thing is that putting the right players in the right position at the right time, but also too understanding that, hey, this is your opportunity to show what you can do, to showcase what you can do, and show how you can handle yourself in game time situations. Because not only that the scouts, not only that the coaches are looking at you from Atlanta Falcon perspective, all other teams are watching as well. Prime example, J.D. McKissick. We had J.D. McKissick here, and we let him go. J.D. McKissick went to Seattle, performed well in Seattle. Went to the Washington Redskins, came down here with Tyler Heineke maybe 2 years ago, and won the game for them. So at the same time, this is an opportunity for the players, and you got to coach them up. But at the same time, with Baltimore Ravens, they're gonna throw some schemes, because we already know Baltimore Ravens always have a defense. It don't matter where you're second string, third string, they got a defense. And under Todd Monken, who was offensive coordinator for University of Georgia, they're gonna have an offensive scheme as well. So basically, it doesn't matter who's out there. Is it how well you coach them up to win the game?
We'll see what happens in the showdown on the 17th. Mr. Turner, back to you.
Should they break the bank and sign Justin Simmons? Because it seems like there's a need on the defensive side of the ball at the safety position, based on the injuries they had last week in the first preseason game.
Man, I would love to say, yeah, they need to break the bank, but I think that we still need to. We still got two more preseason games to go. I think there's a diamond in the rough with the Atlanta Falcons. I think there's a diamond in the rough, or there's somebody that's with another team that we can bring in, that we don't have to spend that kind of money to bring in as far as coming in for that position. I would love to have Justin Simmons if the contract is right. But at the same time, I go back to the same thing with Jesse Bates back in the back, AJ Terrell, you know what I'm saying? We also got Clark Phillips, and we also got the other DB that we have. I think we're okay, but we still got to have somebody that's serviceable, and somebody that can be able to handle the situation with the Falcons with the defense. But I just think that I just don't really want to come out. I don't want the Falcons to come out the pocket, man, spending that kind of money to try to get him. But it's a possibility.
With Braylon Trish being hurt last weekend, third-round pick out of the University of Washington, where the pass rush is going to come from this season?
Oh, man. I hate to say it. You got to come from free agency right now. You got to come from free agency. We got to find somebody out there that's serviceable to be able to. It's not about coaching up. It has to be somebody. It has to be a veteran to be able to come over here and handle the business for us, for the organization. Braylon Trice, we had promised that there was a promising that he's going to come out here and perform and handle the business, but an injury, man, I'm pretty sure this situation right now is where the scouts and the coaches are on notice. What I mean by that is that you're being evaluated for the people that we acquired, and you're going to be evaluated for the people that you're going to bring in, from the GM to the scouts, everyone. So, yeah, I have to say it got to be during free agency or somebody that we see during the preseason.
Final question this week on our Atlanta Falcons weekly report. You being a longtime Falcon fan, What would you like to see them do better on Saturday against Baltimore?
Oh, man. I would like to see the offense be more in sync. I would like to see timing. I would like to see the defense be more aggressive. I mean, everybody attacking the ball. Attack everybody going to the ball, no matter whether it's on the left side of the field, right side of the field. I see a lot of lollygagging. You know, it don't stop until the whistle blows, man. It don't stop until the whistle blows. But the thing is that performing practice, you play how you practice. And if you don't have that type of intensity at practice, how you gonna have that type of intensity during the game? And pretty much, one thing, that's what I want to see. But there's a lot of concern. I don't know how much time I got, Mr. Turner. But there's something I got to say. I'm sorry. It's like as you say, there's something I got to say, man. Can I say it, please?
Yes, sir.
Man, so going to the board. Let's crash the board. Please, let's crash the board. Mr. Turner, how you doing?
Sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to go to the side. This is the Atlanta Falcons schedule. We play the Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs. We all know who we're playing. Everybody knows the schedule. However, we play the Eagles on Monday Night Football. We play the Bucs on Thursday Night Football. we play the Raiders on Monday Night Football, and we play the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. Let me tell you the records right now with Kirk Cousins. On Sunday Night Football, Kirk Cousins is 4-2. He's 11-19 in primetime games. He's 3-10 on Monday Night Football. And then the thing about it is, he's 7-31 as a starter against winning teams. That's a problem to me. Kirk Cousins' stats, his career stats, he's 87.3 quarterback rating. 87.3 quarterback rating. But the thing about it is, his average is about 250 yards per game. It's okay. My concern, Coach Turner, is this. In our division, we play the Saints on September the 29th. We play the Buccaneers on October the 3rd. We play the Buccaneers again on October the 27th. But guess what? We play the Saints again. And we play the Panthers on October the 13th. I'm sorry. But we play the Saints on November the 10th. What's so critical about this? That means that if we don't beat these cats before 11-10, that means that if we got a losing record already, but we have not won our division by 11-10, we're going to have problems, because the next divisional game we're going to have is the Carolina Panthers on January the 5th, which we know Carolina Panthers that's not going to happen. But we got to finish strong. If we can't beat the Steelers, the Eagles, or the Chiefs, we better beat the Saints. We better beat the Buccaneers. We better beat the Panthers. We better beat the Buccaneers again. And we better beat the Saints on 11-10. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not a preacher. I'm just trying to tell it like it is, man. It's very critical right here.
Yes,
we'll know where we're at by November the 10th. Whether we're going to win our division, or whether we're going to have a losing record, or whether we're going to be a wild card, because you still got the Broncos, Chargers, Vikings, Raiders, Giants, Commanders, which I like to talk about the Commanders because I think Jalen Daniels is still going to be my rookie of the year as far as quarterback. That's all I got to say. I'm just concerned. I just want the Falcons to understand. I want y'all players to understand. Atlanta Falcons players understand. Step it up. Keep the intensity. Keep continuing your ball out. But it's very critical. Y'all going against prime time playoff contenders in the beginning of the season, but y'all got to win y'all division. Y'all got to knock these cats out by November the 10th. Y'all got to knock them out. I'm just sorry. I'm kind of loud. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited about the Atlanta Falcons this year. I'm excited about Michael Penix, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. I'm so excited. But players, please do me a favor. People, we got to beat these cats on November the 10th. Understand, when y'all out there playing on Sundays, these pastors at churches, man, they change their schedules so they can get out of church so they can come down and tailgate and watch the Falcons play. Everybody's making adjustments to watch y'all ball out. Please, 11-10, remember that date. If y'all do what y'all supposed to do from this here, we ain't got to worry about that. That's all I got to say. I'm going to sit down, man, take my seat. I just got I'm sorry, man, I just got kind of excited, man.
If you liked the video today, please come and share it. You heard it from Atlanta Falcons expert, longtime fan, and he has skin in the game. The offensive coordinator, Mr. Cornel Hardy, joined us this week with his weekly Atlanta Falcons report. Thank you to our producer, Mr. Logan Landers, for making it happen today. I've been your host, Vincent Turner. And my final words to Mr. Hardy and to the Falcons Nation: rise up. The bird needs to rise up. Be blessed here on 100 Yards of Football.